Welcome to Tungal Online Classes. See students, in the previous class, we are completed that the exercise 9.1. So today we are going to discuss about of arithmetic progression. So see that one, what is the meaning of arithmetic progression? So arithmetic progression is a sequence A1, comma, A2, comma, A3 and so on, AN and so on is called arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression if AN plus 1 is equal to AN plus D. So what is this meaning is? So in the arithmetic progression, we are going to add a fixed number D to the number, then you will get the next number. So that is a sequence A1, A2, A3 and so on, AN and so on is called arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression if AN plus 1 is equal to AN plus D. Here n belongs to n where A1 is called the first term and the constant term D. This D is called the common difference of the arithmetic progression. So see students once again, what is the arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression. So a sequence A1, A2, A3 and so on, AN and so on is called arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression if AN plus 1 is equal to AN plus D and n belongs to n where A1 is the first term and D is the common difference of the arithmetic progression. Let us consider an arithmetic progression with the first term A and the common difference is D. So if the first term is A, what we told that one, if you can add the common difference D to the first term, you will get the second term. So that is nothing but A. If you can add D, it will become A plus D. So this is the second term. So once again, if you add plus D here, A plus D plus D, it will become A plus 2D and so on. Are understand student? So let us consider an arithmetic progression with first term is A and the common difference is D. Automatically the sequence will become A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and so on. So then nth term or general term of arithmetic progression is AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. What is the nth term in the arithmetic progression? AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. See one example you can understand easily here. So 1, 3, 5, 7. A sequence is given here. It is arithmetic. That is what is the first term and what is the common difference. How to find out that one is. So in this series, each term is obtained by adding 2 to the preceding term except the first term. See this one, 1. If you can add the 2, you will get the 3. Add 2, you will get the 5. And add 2, you will get the 7. So that meaning is the difference of the first two terms is a 2 and the difference of the next two terms is also 2. The difference of the next two terms is also 2. That meaning is in this series, each term is obtained by adding 2 to the preceding term except the first term. So the first term is here A, that is equal to 1. Similarly, the common difference D is equal to 2. What is the common difference? The difference of the first two terms is the common difference. All are understanding students? So see that one next. Nth term of arithmetic progression is denoted by, we are already taken, what is the nth term? AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Yes or no? We are already taken this one. Why? Because how we get the nth term is, see that one. Let us consider an arithmetic progression. We are taking the first term is A and the common difference is D. Then what happens? The first term A1, the first term is A1. So the first term A1 is nothing but A plus 0 into D. Why? Because the arithmetic progression is A plus D, A plus 2D and so on. Why? Because we are started with the first term is A. So A1 is equal to A. A can be written as A plus 0 into D. So this 0, we can take it as a plus 1 minus 1 into d. So a1 is a can be written as a plus 0 into d. So that is equal to a plus 1 minus 1 into d. Why? Because I am written in this form. You have to get this term. I am written that just I am written as a plus 1 minus 1 into d. Similarly, you can take the second term. What is the second term? A2. In the arithmetic progression, the first term is a and the common difference is d. Automatically, the second term is a plus d. So this a plus d you can written as a plus 2 minus 1 into d. A plus 2 minus 1 into d. So here a plus 2 minus 1 into d. Next we can take it as the third term. What is the third term is? The third term is nothing but a3. So a3 can be written as, what is the third term in the arithmetic progression? A plus 2d. A plus d. Next term is a plus 2d. So this 2 can be written as a plus 3 minus 1 into d. So next we can now take one more term, the fourth term. What is the fourth term? A4. A plus 2d. Just add d, you will get the next term. What is that one? A plus 3d. So a plus 3d can be written as a plus 4 minus 1 into d. The fourth term you can written as a plus 4 minus 1 into d. So observe student here, a1 can be written as a plus 1 minus 1 into d. a2 can be written as a plus 2 minus 1 into d. a3 you are written as a plus 3 minus 1 into d. So a4 you can written as a plus 4 minus 1 into d. So by automatically you can take the nth term in the same manner. What we can written as an can be written as a plus n minus 1 into d. A4 a plus 4 minus 1 into d. A3 a plus 3 minus 1 into d. A2 a plus 2 minus 1 into d. An a plus n minus 1 into d. Are you understand students? So that is the nth term of AP is denoted by an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So just see some properties in the arithmetic progression. So see the first property. What is that one is? If a constant is added to each term of an AP, the resulting sequence is also an AP. What they are saying that one here, if a constant is added to each term of an AP, if you can take an arithmetic progression, if you add a constant to each term, the resulting sequence is also in arithmetic progression. So take one example, you can understand that easily. So take that value here. I am taking one arithmetic progression 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. Or in AP. Yes or no? This is already in AP. We are already proved in the previous example. So arithmetic progression is nothing but the common difference is same. 1 and 3 common difference is 2. 3, 5 the common difference is 2. 5, 7 the common difference is 2. So the sequence is in arithmetic progression. So what they are saying that one here, if a constant is added to each term of an AP, one constant term, I am taking as add 1 to each term we get, just I am adding one term, that is 1. So add what we will get that one automatically, the sequence will become 1 plus 1 is the 2, 3 plus 1 is the 4, 5 plus 1 is the 6 and 7 plus 1 is the 8. So this is in arithmetic progression or not? So that is 2, 4, 6 and 8. After getting these numbers, the sequence is in arithmetic progression or not? Check the differences here. 2 minus 4, that is the 4 minus 2, that is the A2 minus A1, A2 minus A1, that is equal to 2. And A3 minus A2, A3 minus A2, 6 minus 4, that is also 2. 8 minus 6, that is also 2. That meaning is the sequence is in AP. So if a constant term is added to the each term of an AB, the resulting sequence is also an AB. So see the second property. What is that one is? If a constant is subtracted from each term of an AB, the resulting sequence is also an AB. If you are subtracted a constant number from each term of an AB, so then the resulting sequence and the new sequence is also an AP. Just we will check this condition also. So check that one. Just I am taking the same sequence here. 1, 3, 5, 7. We are already proved that this sequence is an AB. So are in AB. Why? Because the difference of the first two terms is a 2. The difference of these two terms is 2, and the difference of these two terms is also 2. So automatically the sequence is in AB. So next, what they are saying that if a constant is subtracted from each term of an AB, I am taking that subtract 1 to each term. So just to subtract 1 to each term, what we can get that one? 1 minus 1, it will become 0. 3 minus 1, it will become 2. 5 minus 1, it will become 4. 7 minus 1, it will become the 6. So observe that this sequence is an AB or not. So check the condition here. A2 minus A1. So 2 minus 0, that is equal to 2. Next, A3 minus A2. 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2, that is also 2. So then what we can declare that the sequence is an AP. So if you add each term by a constant, the resulting sequence is also an AP. If you can take an arithmetic progression, if you can subtract a constant from each term, the resulting sequence is also an AP. So similarly, we can take one more properties here. What is that one is? If each term of an AP is multiplied by a constant, then what happens? The resulting sequence is also an AP. What they are saying that one? If each term of an AP is multiplied by a constant, then the resulting sequence is also an AB. The resulting sequence is also an AB. So we will check this condition also by taking the same example. I will take that one 1, 3, 5, 7 are in AB. What they are saying that just multiplied by a constant. I will take multiply with 2. Then what we will get that? So 2 into 1, so that is equal to 2. 2 into 3, that is equal to 6. 2 into 5, that is the 10. And 2 into 7, that is the 14. So tell me that one, this is the sequence is in AP or not. So I will take that A2 minus A1. So what is that one is? A2 minus A1, 6 minus 2, that is equal to 4. Similarly, A3 minus A2, A3 minus A2, that is nothing but the 10 minus 6, that is also 4. So, and 14 minus 10, that is also 4. So what we can declare that? Therefore, the sequence is an AP. All are understood, students? So next, take one more property is here. If each term of an AP is divided by a non-zero constant, then the resulting sequence is also an AP. If you can divide by each term by a non-zero constant, then the resulting sequence is also an AP. Yes or no? So check this condition by similarly we are already taken that 3 properties by using that. Check this condition. It is if you can take any constant and divide that sequence and check that one, the resulting sequence is in AP or not. Okay, so check that one. So next, see that one. We shall use the following notations for an arithmetic progression. In the arithmetic progression, we will use these notations. So first, we have to understand these notations first. So first one, A. A is the first term and L is the last term. Last term is nothing but we can take it as nth term. L is the last term, or we can take it as nth term of the sequence. D is the common difference. And n is nothing but the number of terms. The number of terms. So that's why we are saying that the last term is nth term. If it has a n, the number of terms is n, we can say that the last term is the nth term. Yes or no? So that is the n is the number of terms. Next, Sn. What is the meaning of Sn? The sum to n terms of an arithmetic progression. The sum of n terms of arithmetic progression. So let a plus d, a plus 2d, and so on, plus a plus n minus 1 into d be an arithmetic progression. Then what happens? So you have some formulas. What is the formulas are? L is equal to, that is the last term, that is the nth term. What is the nth term? Already you know the formula. A plus n minus 1 into d. L is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So similarly, the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression. The sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression. So see the formula here. Sn is equal to, already we know this, Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. What is the Sn? Sn is nothing but n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. We will give the proof in the next slide. So just to see the formula, sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression, Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. It can also written as Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus L. A plus L. Why? Because see that one, 2a can be written as a plus n minus 1 into d. 2a can be written as a plus a. Then what happens? A plus n minus 1 into d, it will become L. L is the nth term. So automatically this formula you can also written as n by 2 into a plus L. N by 2 into first term plus last term. So see that next, arithmetic mean. So what is the meaning of arithmetic mean? If the given two numbers a and b, you can insert a number a between them, so that a comma b is an arithmetic progression. Such a number a is called arithmetic mean, am, of the numbers a and b. Note that in this case we have, so see these students first, what is the meaning of this one? If the given two numbers a and b, we can insert a number a between them, so that capital A B is an AP. So in between the two numbers, if you can insert a number a, then if a comma b are in AP, what is the meaning of that word? The difference of first two terms and the difference of the next two terms are same. Then we can say that this capital A is called arithmetic mean of a comma b. Understand, students? If any two numbers a and b, we can insert a number a between them, so that capital A comma b is an AP. Such a number a is called arithmetic mean of the numbers a and b. And already we are told that capital A comma b is an AP. What is the definition of AP? The difference of the first two terms and the difference of the next two terms are same. So here, what is the difference of these two terms is a minus a is equal to b minus a. A minus a, capital A, is equal to, that is a capital A minus a is equal to b minus a. So take this minus a to this side and take this small a to this side, then automatically a plus a, it will become 2a. and take this minus a to this side, it will become a plus b. And 2a is equal to a plus b, then a will become a plus b by 2. So what is the meaning is that? See students, see some note point. If A, B, C, three numbers we are taken, if A, B, C are in AP, so then automatically B is called arithmetic mean of A and C. If you are taken any three numbers A, B, C, if the three numbers are in AP, then automatically B is called the arithmetic mean of A and C. And also we can take it as a 2b is equal to a plus c. If 2b is equal to a plus c, then we can say that a, b, c are in AP. If a, b, c are in AP, we can say that b is the arithmetic mean of a and c. And also if 2b is equal to a plus c, then we can take it as a, b, c are in AP. So we can observe that one. If you want to prove that the given numbers, if three numbers is given, the three numbers are in AP, then we can prove this one. 2b is equal to a plus c, then we can conclude that the given sequence is an AP. And also we can see that one more generally, given any two numbers a and b, if two numbers are given, we are inserted only one arithmetic mean between a and c here. More generally, given any two numbers a and b if you are taken, we can insert as many numbers as we like between them such that the resulting sequence is an AP. So in the two numbers we can insert, what is that, as many numbers we like. So the resulting sequence is an AP. So we can see that what is the proof of this one and how to get the each number for the arithmetic means. So see this one here. In the next one, I am going to insert the n arithmetic mean between a and b. Then we can calculate that n terms, the arithmetic means. So more generally, given the two numbers a and b, we can insert as many numbers as we like between them such the resulting sequence is an AP. So that's why what we are taking here, let a1 comma a2 comma a3 and so on an be n numbers between a and b. That meaning is we are inserting these n numbers between a and b such that a comma an a2 a3, so take this number as a 3, a3 and so on an, b is an arithmetic progression. So what we are taking that one, we are taking n numbers between the two numbers a and b such that the resulting sequence is an AP. We are inserted the n arithmetic means. So next we are going to calculate these numbers, how to get these numbers, the arithmetic means. So check this one here. So here what we are getting these are the n numbers and a and b, the total numbers are n plus 2 terms. So that meaning is b is the n plus 2th term. So see that one here. Here b is the n plus 2th term. That is b can be written as, what is the formula? An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. But an. But b is the n plus 2th term. So automatically b can be written as a plus, in the place of n you have to take n plus 2 minus 1 into d. If nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d. So but b is n plus 2th term. So this is nothing but a n plus 2 actually. So that is the b can be written as a plus n plus 2 minus 1 into d. So n plus 2 minus 1, it will become n plus 1. So b value is a plus n plus 1 into d. A plus n plus 1 into d. So what we will do that one, take this a to this side, what it will become, b minus a is equal to n plus 1 into d. So automatically d can be written as b minus a. By take this n plus 1 to the denominator, d can be written as b minus a by n plus 1. D can be written as b minus a by n plus 1. So observe that, students, once again I have taken the two numbers a and b. In between a and b I am inserted n arithmetic means. Why? Because if you are inserted between these two numbers, the resulting sequence is an AP, meaning is these n numbers are arithmetic means. So for that one, if it is the n numbers, automatically a and b, two numbers are there, total numbers are n plus 2 terms. So b is the n plus 2th term. So b can be written as a plus n plus 1 into d. So from this one, what we calculated, d value is nothing but b minus a by n plus 1. So after getting this, thus n numbers between a and b are as follows. So what is the numbers or n numbers between these? A1, A2, A3 and so on an. So take these numbers here. A1, what is A1? A1 is, already you know that in the arithmetic progression, what is the arithmetic progression? A, next number is a plus d, next number is a plus 2d, next number is a plus 3d and so on. Yes or no? So here what is a1? A1 is the second term in the arithmetic progression. That meaning is it is a plus d. So what is the d value? D is nothing but b minus a by n plus 1. So what is the arithmetic mean? So a1 can be taken it as a plus b minus a by n plus 1. So that is the first arithmetic mean. See the a2. What is the a2? A2 is nothing but third term. A2 is the third term. How can you written that? A plus 2d. A plus 2d. What is the d? D is nothing but b minus a by n plus 1. What is A3? A3 can be written as A plus 3D. I understand that A3 formula is A plus. That is the A3 is nothing but it is a fourth term actually. So A plus 3D. D value is nothing but B minus A by n plus 1. I understand, students? So and so on. In the similar way, I am going to write AN. AN is nothing but A plus ND. Actually, this is n plus 1th term. An is nothing but n plus 1th term. So that's why you are getting that a plus nd. So what is the d value is a plus n into b minus a by n plus 1. So if you are inserted n arithmetic means between a and b, you can calculate the arithmetic means by using these values. So how to calculate that? A1 is a plus b minus a by n plus 1. A2, a plus 2 into b minus a by n plus 1. A3, a plus 3 into b minus a by n plus 1. An, a plus b minus a by a plus n into b minus a by n plus 1. You can calculate all these arithmetic means. If they will give you two numbers, they will ask insert n arithmetic means between a and b and find out the arithmetic means. So these are the formulas you have to use in the questions. All are understood, students? See that one. Start the exercise 9.2. So see the first question. Find the sum of odd integers from 1 to 2001. So what they are asking to you, the numbers, the odd numbers between 1 to 2001. The odd numbers, you have to write the all odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and so on. All these numbers up to 2001. So, and add all these numbers. They are asking what is the sum is. So we will use the what is the conditions we are already learned in the previous class. See that one here. First, see that one. The odd integers from 1 to 2001. What is the odd numbers are? 1, 3, 5, and so on. Before that, already we know that 2001 is also an odd number. The preceding term is nothing but 1999. So here, what I am observed that this sequence is in AP. Yes or no? So see that, observe that one, the difference of the first two numbers, 3 minus 1 is a 2, 5 minus 3 is also 2, and so on. 2001 minus 100, there is a 1999 is nothing but a 2. So that meaning is the difference is the same. So automatically we can say that the sequence is in AP. So already I am already told that one, the last term, and also we can observe that what is the first term is. The first term is A, that is equal to 1. And the common difference, I am already told that what is the difference between the first two terms, that is D. D is equal to 2. And already I am given one more condition. What is that one? The last term is the nth term. That is, we can take it as an is equal to 2001. The nth term is equal to 2001. So already you know that what is the formula for nth one, that is the nth term in the arithmetic progression is a plus n minus 1 into d. A plus n minus 1 into d. That value is 2001. So already I know the a value is 1 and the d value is 2. Just replace that values here. So what you will get that one? A value is 1 plus n minus 1 into d value is 2. Just replace the value here, that is equal to 2001. Just simplify that value, take this 1 to this side, it will become 2001 minus 1, it will become the 2000, and multiply with 2 here, 2n minus 2. Take this 1 to this side, 2001 minus 1, it will become the 2000, and just multiply with 2 here, 2n minus 2. And take this minus 2 to that side, then what happens? 2n is equal to 2000 plus 2, it will become 2002. Just cancel with 2 here, 2 and 2002 will cancel for 1100 times, so that value n is equal to 1001. So after giving the conditions, I am taken the first term. First you have to write down the sequence. Then you can take the first term and the difference d. After calculating these two values, I am taking the nth term, the last term as a nth term. After calculating the nth term, just a plus n minus 1 into d, expand that and replace the a value and d values both in that equation. You will get n value. What is the n? N is equal to 1001. That meaning it represents that there are 1100 numbers are there, not the 1001. 1001 numbers between here in the given sequence. But in the question, what they are asking, you have to get the sum of all these numbers. So that meaning is we have to add these 1001 numbers. It is not easy to add, but we will, you know the formula. What is that one? The sum of the series in the arithmetics is nothing but, in the arithmetic progression is nothing but Sn. So what is Sn? Sn is nothing but the sum of first n terms. So that is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. What is the sum of n terms is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Already you know the values. What is the value is a is equal to 1 and d value d is equal to 2 and n is equal to 1001. Substitute all these values in this equation, you will get what is the n value. N value is 1001 by 2 into 2 into a value is 1 plus n minus 1. N value is 1001 minus 1 into d. D is equal to 2. Just simplify that value. That is the 1001 by 2 into 2 plus 1001 minus 1. It will become the 1000 into 2. So that is nothing but 1000 into 2 is a 2000 plus 2 is nothing but a 2002. So that is nothing but 1001 by 2 into 2002. Just cancel the value here. It will become the 1001 once again. So that is nothing but 1001 into 1001. So that is nothing but 10 lakhs 2001. Just multiply these two and check, verify this answer. 10 lakhs 2001. So what we can conclude that therefore the sum of odd numbers from 1 to 2001, we can declare the value is 10 lakhs 2001. All are understood, students? So read that, just practice that all the formulas and read that and write down the notes and complete this question. We will continue in the next class.